Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Are you ready to transform your English grammar game? Today, we're diving deep into a topic that often trips people up: relative pronouns. You know, words like who, which, that, whose, and whom. They might seem a little tricky, but I promise by the end of this video, you'll be using them like a pro. We've got some super engaging exercises and fun activities lined up that will make learning easy and, dare I say, exciting. So, grab a notebook, get comfortable, and let's unlock the secrets of relative pronouns together. First things first, what exactly is a relative pronoun? Simply put, it's a word that introduces a relative clause. It connects a clause or phrase to a noun or pronoun. Think of it as a bridge that adds more information to your sentence. For example, instead of saying, "The woman is a doctor, she lives next door," you can combine them using a relative pronoun. The woman who lives next door is a doctor. See how who links the two ideas. It makes your sentences more fluent and sophisticated. The main ones we'll focus on today are who for people, which for things, and that for either people or things. We'll also touch on whose for possession. All right, let's get interactive. Time for our first exercise. I'm going to give you 2 short sentences, and your job is to combine them into one using the correct relative pronoun. Ready? Here's the first one. I have a friend. He is an amazing guitar player. How would you combine these? Take a second. If you said, I have a friend who is an amazing guitar player, you are absolutely right. We use who because friend is a person. Awesome job. Let's try another one. I read a book. It was recommended by my teacher. What do you think? The correct sentence is, I read a book which was recommended by my teacher. Or, I read a book that was recommended by my teacher. Both are perfect because book is a thing. You're getting the hang of this. Now, let's level up the challenge with a fill-in-the-blank game. I'll say a sentence with a missing relative pronoun, and you shout out the answer. Don't be shy. First one. The car, one on is parked outside, belongs to my brother. What goes in the blank? Yes, which, because the car is an object. Next up. Do you know the boy? One is wearing the red hat. It has to be who, because we're talking about the boy. Last one, a bit trickier. She is the artist, but on work I admire so much. Think about possession here. The answer is whose. She is the artist whose work I admire. Whose shows that the work belongs to the artist. Fantastic, see? You're demystifying these pronouns one by one. For our final and most exciting activity, let's play sentence storytellers. I'll start a story with a simple sentence. The next person, that's you, has to add a new sentence using a relative clause to continue the story. I'll start. The old man found a mysterious map. Now you could add something like, the mysterious map which was made of ancient parchment showed a hidden island. Then the next person continues from there. Try it in the comments below. Start with my sentence and add your own creative twist using a relative pronoun. I can't wait to see the amazing stories we can build together. This is a great way to practice in a fun, creative context and see how these pronouns work in real, flowing text. And that's a wrap on our deep dive into relative pronouns. We've covered what they are, how to combine sentences with them, and practiced with fun exercises. Remember, the key is practice. The more you use them, the more natural they will feel. I hope these activities helped make learning a little easier and more enjoyable. Don't forget to try the Sentence Storytellers Challenge in the comments. If you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you do not miss our next grammar-boosting adventure. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Keep learning.